Gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game of 0 Hour. We are, of course, the Gentlemen. Hang on, the command center looks a little bit different. Can you tell me why, Machine?
Well, it has a power plant on the back, and it has several rockets, and also this dozer is covered in freaking nuclear stuff. What does that mean? It means we're on Shockwave.
Shockwave.
Woo! Shockwave is a pretty cool mod that we have been meaning to cast for some time, but getting good replays isn't exactly an easy task. Today our heroes will be Gorilla on our Eastern China nuke. Also bear in mind, let alone like balance and units, you also get more colors in Shockwave.
Do you get more colors?
He's a light red. Look at the color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a light red.
Pretty sure you don't get that in Zero.
No, it might be a light red.
Anyway.
Looks like a regular red to me. On our blue, and over our west-hand side is, of course, Noob's Fight. He's going to be playing as our GLA. I didn't actually see. Vanilla was. Okay, fantastic. So GLA Vanilla, and there's a few of these little bullfrogs coming out.
Bear in mind, the bullfrogs can't crush. That's probably, like, the first thing that you notice when playing Shockwave is like, wow, China is so OP, they can... Oh, wait, they can't crush. It's fine. But there's that little moment where you think you're going to lose all your workers. The bullfrogs are basically a scouting unit, which is one of the problems that China has had in 0 Hour, is that they don't have any means of scouting. So it can be a bit of luck of sort of, do I have the right opener against his thing?
Yeah.
Because, you know, GLA has workers, USA has like scan and spy drones. Terrorist moving out, and the Desolator, I think it's Desolator, I think it's the nuclear equivalent of a flame tank. Nuke General doesn't actually get flame tanks. Sending a terrorist single file, probably not the best thing to do.
I mean, it's like leaving out like little breadcrumbs for the Gatling. It's just like, terrorist, terrorist.
I'm not a GLA player myself, but I would recommend putting them inside of a technical.
I would recommend
that. That was what I would do. Bear in mind, these players aren't exactly top tier, so you'll have to bear with us. If we had top tier replays, we would be casting them, but a shout out to Noobs Fight and Gorilla for balling this one hard. Desolator, come on, Desolator. It's a Desolator. I know that's like it's like a red alert too.
Like, just don't be a noob. It'll leave it.
Ah, damn it!
See,
almost
like that, yeah.
And Scorpion's not exactly going to be denying it. It is a rad tank. Okay.
Rad tank.
And it has a contaminate ability similar to the Toxin tractor. Very, very powerful. It doesn't have any building attacks though. That's basically its thing. And one thing I like about Shockwave. Wow, what?
What?
It also drops like a little bomb thing. Oh, I think it's the contaminate that blows up.
Really? That's awesome. Yeah. So the machine's been spanking me up and down the Shockwaves with like new units every time I try and play. It's just like, okay, I'll counter his new unit that he used last time, and it just doesn't work. So it's gonna get taken out now. Did it contaminate though? So is that gonna blow up? I really hope that blows up.
Don't know, to be honest.
I hope so much there's like a bomb there or something like that. I don't know. Gatling's getting focused down though. Finally, did kill a lot of workers. So there's a lot of worker deny there coming out from Gorilla. Very aggressive play.
Well, this is a really aggressive opener from Gorilla, going triple supply against a GLA. But with that rad tank, it actually has set Noob's Fight back pretty far. Really needs to get the Scorpion rockets. Scorpions aren't that good. Bullfrog can actually capture points as well, but you do need the capture upgrade from your barracks.
Indeed. Lotus on wheels.
Lotus on wheels. Yeah, it's his favorite new thing. Lotus on wheels.
I love Lotus on wheels.
Except it doesn't cap at the same speed, which would be probably the most OP ever since Raptors, King Raptors. Anyway, two Scorpions, though, don't have the rockets still, but won't need them against RPGs and a Bullfrog. Bullfrog, of course, having no attack. Red Guard have been buffed significantly, but, you know, Scorpions, not exactly a unit they are good against.
Definitely not. Thus far. So, yeah, aggressive here from Gorilla. Noob's Fight, he's trying to push back out a little bit, but given how many workers he lost, it's going to take him a little while to do so. Battlemaster right in the middle of the Scorpions. That's not where you want to be, Scorpions.
That could be deadly. Gets... One of them.
I think.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, one of them. Anyway, so the rant I was going to say is the reason why I really enjoy Shockwave is because the sub-factions are designed properly. So basically what that means is like each of the factions, they have units that actually change the way they interact with the game. They have different functionality and different dynamic. For example, Nuke General don't get flame tanks, they get like nuclear rad tanks. So that they perform a similar function, like they're anti-infantry and anti-garrison, but they don't actually have any anti-building damage, and they have like a different style of attack, and they have some different bombs. So it means that you actually have a lot more things to play with, instead of the sub-factions being, you know, the same faction, but with less units. Like, that's literally what, like, 0 Hour sub-factions are. It's like, oh, that's supply placement, though.
a little bit far away. I think it's because of the cliff. Like, you couldn't get a nice supply placement. You kind of can't off to the right-hand side.
Barren Badlands is actually really bad. Like, this spot here, you
terrible.
can't build stuff here.
You can't build stuff there.
I don't know why.
It looks like you can, but it's all, like, up and down here because the map designer decided that was a good idea to just, like, build bumps everywhere.
Yeah, he needs to, like, get some tips off Relax.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it means that, yeah, there's a lot of really fun units that actually give you different ways of playing, and that really contributes to the overall. Didn't actually get the RPGs, but really the Palace survived that one. I think if you could deny the Palace, it would have helped. Whereas, yeah, say in 1.4 or just 0 hour overall, it's like, you know, if you go GLA Stealth, you don't get Scorpion tanks, and therefore you have less units, and therefore the game has less depth and has less variety. Whereas GLA Stealth in this, you still get tanks, they're just not as good, and you also get more units, such as like the sniper RPGs, and there's just a lot of cool things. So Shockwave is a lot of fun. It's also, it's less about individual unit micro and more about sort of microing your unit, sort of like 1.6, sort of like CCG.
These tanks are cool.
I think the Desolators...
Yeah, Desolator?
Devastator.
Yeah, Devastator. These things are awesome. I think I built some of these last time we played Shockwave. Shockwave's freaking awesome.
They're pretty intimidating.
And they got the isotope.
Yeah, they got
isotopes up.
They have like a really huge explosion when they blow up, and that AoE is actually very, very powerful. They are quite slow, and basically, yeah, ripping through the Scorpions.
They shred hard.
They're pretty expensive though, and they also require a General's promotion. That's a lot of Scorpions though, but the AoE on the Devastators will be exactly what Guerrilla wants, and the Scorpions really should be split up, because if they aren't in a line like that, the AoE won't be as effective. Is he crushing with these Devastators?
Yeah, I don't know, can you? I think he might have done.
That's a MiG. That's not a MiG, that's different. That's something else that has a line of bombs.
New. And that's a...
Siege cannon. It's like an ARTA unit, because New General doesn't actually get Inferno cannons.
Ooh,
nice work here from Noob's Fight, camping out that airfield. And yeah, the Devastator tanks are not very fast. They're basically the opposite of nuke battle masters.
Really abusing the mobility.
Oh, actually, he's got an upgrade. Fusion reactors.
Fusion reactors. He just got that. I'm not sure what it does. So
it gives him extra movement speed.
Okay.
It's the same unlock as you get from the nuke missile silo normally, but they've moved it from the nuke missile silo to the
reactor.
Yeah,
research plant. Yeah.
You also get a prop center too. So there's like different tech buildings, and a lot of factions actually have that. There are a lot of factions that have 2 tech buildings, uranium shells. So
wow,
giving him
a lot of upgrades.
Giving him more DPS. The nuke battle masters still start with those, but the Devastators don't.
So
and really, I think the Scorpions are the wrong unit here, because the AoE of these Devastators is exactly what you want against the Scorpions, and they're doing some pretty good damage here.
With that being said,
not
because
good
the
micro.
Devastators are moving, and the fact that the Scorpion rockets up, it's going to make it so much harder as well. It's running into Palace range. Yeah, a little bit of a miss micro. They probably could have won that, I think.
Buggies as well being mixed in, going to be a good unit against Devastators, able to kite.
It's like a bombing run.
Yeah, it is, and that would be great against the Buggies if it actually missed. It didn't miss, rather. And the Devastator's just not the best control here from Guerrilla. He can, wow. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And when you get those fusion reactors, they are actually quite fast. I think they have an ability that you can manually detonate them.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Or they automatically detonate, but he got isotope, so they won't do it when they blow up like regular Battle Masters do. Meanwhile, Bullfrog's still scouting for Guerrilla.
Cap.
Yeah, he can cap, which is kind of deadly.
Kind of should.
There is a black market here being completed for Noob's Fight. Doesn't really have as much income though because of the 2 old Derricks. 1 old Derrick actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's holding Guerrilla in this one is the fact that he does have the oil Derrick, which is nice. The airfield's probably going to go down here though. But the airfield was really the best choice.
Yeah.
The amount of Scorpions and how mobile the playstyle was, I think that ended up getting sold there.
The airfield would have been really good against the Buggies.
Yeah.
But he didn't really able to get them up in time and couldn't quite hold on to it. So actually, not really much at all for Guerrilla. Does he have any factories? He has a fair bit of float there. There we go. Devastator coming out now. And we'll go for the crush straight away. There we go. Crushing that one. And we'll be awesome against the Buggies up close. Scorpions can kite away. And we'll take them out. So pretty interesting game so far, and at the moment it looks as though Noob's Fight will continue to just spam out his Scorpions and his Buggies. Doesn't have the Buggy upgrade yet for the extra ammo. Probably a good move. Going for his Scudstorm now. Probably a bit too early. I wouldn't say the Scudstorm is exactly what he needs.
Nice play there though from Noob's Fight. Yeah,
oh wow.
Guerrilla's going to be defeated there.
Yeah, calling GG. Didn't have any units.
You are victorious.
It's kind of hard.
So yeah, I think Guerrilla
I think too many Devastators, like, and probably less crushes, more AoE.
Yeah, the airfield didn't pay off. He should have gone airfield.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like, he was also floating. He had like 6,000 cash. You should just build like 3 factories. When you're floating, you build factories. I think the way I see it as a China player is for every supply you have, you should have a factory. There are 3 supplies and an oil should have 3 factories. You can get away with 2 if you're like Gosu Rage macro and you can just macro stuff, but like most people aren't that good at macroing, so just having 3 factories makes it easier to do so. But well played, our players, and that was our Shockwave replay. So we'll probably do some more. If you like Shockwave, you can play on gameranger. It's the way to do it.
Yeah. And
send us your replays if you have any, because it's hard to find them on Shockwave.
Yeah, we're after the good ones. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Because we like Shockwave. It's kind of cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's cool and it's different and it's fun and it's new. Like, it's new for us.
Well, it's 2011.
Yeah, new for us.
I think it's what 0 Hour should have been. Probably with better balance. Yeah. But anyway, we'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching. See ya. Welcome once again to Shockwave. We changed the game that we cast, and yet we still can't escape Tournament Desert. One day.
One day, we'll be able to cast Company of Heroes without getting Tournament Desert.
Yeah, that's right. if anyone wants to know why we like casting League of Legends and Company of Heroes too, it's because there's no Tournament Desert.
There's no Tournament Desert in that.
It's true. There is maps that are arguably worse. Would you rather play on Tournament Desert, or would you rather play on Pipper Out Winner? Annihilate.
Probably Tournament Desert.
Yeah.
Probably Tournament
I agree.
Desert. Anyway, Shockwave. Shockwave. Yay. We're excited.
Once again, we do have Gorilla and Noobs fight. Gorilla will be our China...
I think Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke.
I think it was Nuke, wasn't it?
That's what I love about Shockwave, is like, what faction is he playing? Oh, not only icons, icons, but you can't see it because of the overlay. I'll turn it off for a sec. Yeah. But also, the dozer, like every single dozer and worker, they each have their own distinct icon and their in-game model. Like the laser dozer, he has a little powery laser pew thing. Whatever.
It looks sweet anyway. It's a sweet effect, and you can tell
also,
what people are using.
These aren't missile defenders, they are laser missile defenders. I don't actually know what that means, but it's lasery. It's cool.
Lasery and stuff. Anyway, the Bullfrogs are going to be moving out. They're really nice scouting units for China, and I like that. I like knowing what's coming at my face. So. Yeah,
and so, because normally, like, playing China is like, roll a d20, and it's like, whoops! I built the wrong units in the wrong spot. He didn't go for a tech terror, he went for a tech RPG. Killing the Bullfrog, definitely not going to be able to 1v1 the laser missile defender. And of course, here comes a Rockv, or maybe just an empty Humvee. Now, one thing I want to mention as well, which is why I really like Shockwave, is because of all of the attention to the aesthetics. There's a lot of things that have different aesthetics, like visuals, that don't actually affect gameplay. They're just there for the sake of looking cool. Like laser, you get laser ranges, laser Comanches, and they don't actually change anything. Likewise, there's like Toxin technicals for GLA Toxin, but they don't have to do anything different, they just look cool. Laser Patriot will finish, and that definitely will do something cool alongside those Rockvies. That sound effect, though,
it's pretty nice, isn't it?
It's pretty pew-pew.
It's very zappy. Zappy and a half. At the same
I think it's more pew-pew.
Yeah, more pew-pew? Less
pew,
zap?
Pew.
Pew-pew.
Zap.
Okay, so Gorilla's gonna
Zap's like Tesla coil. Like red alert to Tesla coil.
That's like a...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Gorilla's gonna be pushing out, though. The Bullfrogs, they bought him time. They bought him enough time. He's gonna be going out with some... Everything's nuclear. It's just like, let's chuck some chemical waste barrels on the side of these Gatling tanks. Because why not? It's so awesome.
Rad tanks do no, they don't explode. That's devastators.
Rad tank and like,
yeah, rad tanks, they're pretty much the flame tanks without flame. They don't like firewall, but they do blow up. That's a nice bunker as well. Fallout bunker. Again, I don't know what that actually does. It just looks cool. There's so many changes, and I don't know if half of them actually affect the gameplay or not.
Start to be garrison now. That was the first garrison unit, so yeah, two tank hunters, or I guess nuclear tank hunters. I'm going to try and add.
No, they actually are. Yeah, they're actually
fantastic. I'm a genius.
They have like nuke bombs, I think. Humvee's swooping in garrison, not very effective because it's only garrisoned by Red Guard, but an excellent flying kill. Look at that, Gats and a Rad tank cutting off the Humvees, gunning them all down. Humvee probably should have been moving. Nice. I think the Rad tank has like more powerful auto attacks.
Yeah, especially against vehicles. Like,
but not having the flame wall is just a huge weakness. Like firewall is a pretty big deal. Like flame tanks without firewall would suck. Yeah, definitely. It'd be pretty awful. And actually some MiGs, which is interesting because nuclear MiG.
And nuclear
yeah, but they don't actually get like the good bombs until you get the unlock. So they're just they're average MiGs. They just have a cool icon. Which you probably can't see because of webcam. God damn it, the webcam is killing all of these icons.
Everything's killing all the icons that we have. Shockwave's cool. Bullfrog is still on the oil. I mean, I guess he's going for the caps. Hasn't done it yet. I think the other one was capped, though, I believe. Yeah, I think that was the second Bullfrog that came in for the cap on it. Didn't actually get it down, though, in time, and that Ranger will. Laser Ranger.
Yep.
Fantastic. He's going to be able to get the cap on that one. So both of the ores going to be capped here by Gorilla and Noob fight. Give it away. Other than that, just standard unit production. Coming out, no big aggressive moves from our players yet.
Well, just kidding.
4 MiGs to be an aggressive move.
Yeah, but 4 MiGs can't Firestorm.
Yeah.
But he will use all 4 of them to deny the cap. Maybe? I don't know, where's he going? Maybe for some... Oh, there's a Patriot there. They've got to be careful. Your MiGs can't really 1v1 the Patriot. There we go. I think that's this missile sound from Red Alert 1.
It was a pew-pew, wasn't it? It's more
the
of a
Patriot.
pew-pew.
I mean, like the MiG sound when it fired its rockets.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think that was Red Alert 1. Like, the...
Yeah, anyway. No, I'll have to listen next time.
Like, playing Open RA, it sounds familiar. Anyway, so... This is kind of the problem with Tournament Desert. Especially when you combine it with not exactly top-tier players. Is that spamming 3 Patriots is kind of all you need to do.
And got an Avenger in there as well. That's
at the same time, going those laser Patriots, it will allow Gorilla to go for the middle supplies, and he really should do that.
Definitely. 3
and 4 supplies is kind of good, and the oil has been captured, so Gorilla definitely winning the economy battle, but laser Patriot battle going to Noob's fight. Nice unit mix though.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I mean, he's got the Hellfires there as well. Laser Hellfire? I'm not even sure.
No, they're just Hellfires.
They're just regular Hellfires. I just don't know anymore, Machine. I just don't know what unit's called. We're massive Shockwave noobs. So, yeah, there's definitely a nice unit mix. And the Avenger is going to be fantastic against those MiGs. MiGs, you don't want to be there.
No, but it is actually a laser Hellfire.
Yes!
What?
I'm a genius.
What?
GG. GG.
Like, the Hellfire was pew-pewing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
The MiGs get flown back over, though. You're going to lose all 4 of them.
The Avenger always has been and always will be a good counter to MiGs.
Yeah, for sure.
Shooting them as well as deflecting their missiles here, but that bunker has 3 RPGs, a fair bit, but not exactly enough by the looks of it here. Devastator tank is moving, going to be pretty powerful against the Humvee and blows up.
Wow.
Not having the isotope, pretty deadly, but won't be enough to prevent the push from coming through. Devastator, once again, joining the fight, has the isotope unlocked. A 1v4 though, and those laser crusaders are very powerful, so kind of throwing them in one at a time. That is the siege cannon though, I think. Siege cannon. It's okay, it's pretty good. And we'll lose the trucks to the Humvee. Nice work from Noob's fight, selling off the airfield as well. A huge waste of money.
Solid micro here from Noob's fight, because moving his Humvees and being nice and move up with them by like really just being aggressive with the laser crusaders.
Devastator not exactly good at chasing it down the Vs, and he may lose the other trucks as well. Dozer probably shouldn't be there. Devastator can't 1v3.
Well, maybe it can.
Oh, maybe he can. Yeah, the AoE, it's very powerful. You can't group up like that against a powerful AoE weapon. You have to make sure your units are split up in a way that they can still all attack the tank, but they aren't getting hit simultaneously.
Oh, they're going for Gentleman rule number 1. Kill the oil barrack.
Nice.
Good stuff.
That Devastator, incredibly powerful.
Oh.
I think he actually blew it up though.
I think he did.
So definitely a successful push. Didn't kill the second truck, which he probably should have, but really bringing the pain to Gorilla, taking out the old Derek, and now not quite capping his own just yet. I think he must have forgot about his laser ranger. Nuclear tank hunter.
And all these things.
Oh, you also get radiation warheads.
Yeah.
Those cool. They're like stealth, but they're like a gunship. They're like a stealth gunship.
Stealth gunship. That's a good description. They're gonna be okay. I guess they're just say this for sure, because they can just shoot him down. The Gat's gonna be really, really nice though. Takes out 1. Predict the movement, Callum. I believe in your micro.
I'm trying to... If he's on an airfield, I can hover over one.
Okay.
I don't know the names of these things. So they're basically gunships. Hold the line. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, but you gotta make sure you find engagements where there aren't like Gats nearby. Like if you went for the trucks, that would be very powerful. I think that's good because USA in 0 Hour doesn't really have... I mean, Air Force doesn't really have any point. Because Air Force is just crap. Like, you just don't ever build air units. Raptors are bad. Comanches are pretty bad. Auroras are kind of gimmicky. But with those stealth... what are they called? They're called laser stealth fighter.
Okay. So it's a stealth fighter, but it has laser and it shoots different things. And this is a big engagement right here. The Devastator is going to be wrecking through those laser crusaders pretty damn hard as well. The laser lock is going down on the second one though. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be firing it down extremely quickly. There's so much radiation all over this map.
Chem suits haven't been unlocked yet.
No.
Yeah, those stealth fighters, like, yeah, they are good against tanks.
They seem to be like single target. And they're just like a running. They just run past and they kind of circle the target and just like keep firing. Like,
I don't know if they still have the bombs though, like the bombs that they get in 0 hour. Yeah, so they're pretty weak though. You got to be very careful with them.
He's using them quite nicely though.
Mix can also attack them in the air, and I don't know how effective they will be.
I think he's waiting for the Mix to land.
Oh, that's so scumbag.
That's so scumbag if he does. I know that being smart though, the Mix are on guard mode. We'll take out the Dozer. That's pretty important.
Oh, wow, that was bugger all actually.
That was only one shot, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure I think it was both.
You reckon?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I thought he only fired one.
Finally, Alderic has been captured. They're kind of like twin blades of Red Alert 3, but stealthed. Oh no, what is he doing? Migs on the airfield.
Hardcore DPS right there, man. They're just shredding through the airfield. These laser stealth fighters are cool and awesome and fantastic. I love them.
Yeah, called the
GG.
GG.
That was different.
You are victorious.
Yeah, I think Gorilla just lost too much.
Yeah.
And really, those MiGs, like, he just, like, think about it. That's literally, like, 7,000 cash.
Yeah.
If that was 7,000 worth of Devastators and Gats, or, like, Battle Masters and Gats, he would have just won.
He would have won the other engagements.
And Gorilla, he really should have got middle supply. I mean, Noob's Fight, he had his camp pretty well secured with the Laser Patriots. So, like, if your opponent camps, just build the middle supplies and laugh as you garrison, like, RPGs.
Yeah. It'll win.
Yeah.
Wins every time.
But anyway, not exactly professionals.
No.
That's okay.
It's our first little foray into
We're pretty
Shockwave,
awful as well at this video game.
Yeah, we're pretty terrible.
That's why we don't cast our own replays. Anyway. Alright, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be back with our next video. Catch you later.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shockwave. Yes, we're excited. You're excited. Everyone is excited. I'm Ocon Hawk.
I am the machine. We actually have someone different today, as I forget that my headset isn't actually plugged in microphone. No. We have Einstein as our GLA vanilla. So I think this is the only replay where it's not Noob's Fight versus
Gorillas. Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit different. Should be a fair bit of fun though. We're liking the idea of Shockwave. This is about the 3rd or 4th game we've casted thus far. So
even the spy drones have like different skins.
Really? Yeah, it's cool. It's just so cool.
I wonder if sentry drones are still bad. They probably are.
They probably are. I mean, I don't see a way you can make sentry drones good in any possible conceivable way. We're going to have a nice walling off there from Einstein on a supplier. Just the standard war factory. And I'd say a barracks coming out from Noob Fight up the top for some rock Vs. Indeed.
Probably what we'll see.
Pretty standard.
Looks as though Einstein looking to get his oil cap as well. Pretty good idea to do. So I am a little bit sad that we haven't seen a GLA Toxin, because there's so many pretty Toxins.
That's pretty cool.
In demo.
I think I've played against Toxin before. A few more terrors coming out here from Einstein, so we're going for some variety of a tech terror. It's a new fight, so it seems, you know, standard start, 0 hour to Shockwave. People still tech terror and do silly things like that. Tunnel will scout out. Spy drone going to be taking that one out, but it did of course scout out that tech terror, so Noob Fight, he knows it's coming, he's ready to go. Demo trap on the side as well, so that's going to be fun. I mean, I don't, should I call it like a, he's vanilla, isn't he? GLA vanilla. So
yeah, so it's a demo trap.
It's not even a, I can't use a special word to describe the
advanced demo trap.
Can't do it.
Nah.
It's very, very sad for me. So the oil control, look, I mean, probably going to Einstein at the moment. He's got that one there. Another barracks going down the side actually from Noob Fight, so a couple of barracks is a bit of infantry usage there, and that's actually not a bad idea in the fact that it actually takes a while to research the capture upgrade.
Pretty sure you...
Like,
sorry to interrupt, this is really important.
That's right. Yeah, go.
Pretty sure you don't pluralize barracks. Like, barracks
more barrack.
No, I mean, like, barracks is... It's sort of like goat.
Oh, okay.
Well, never mind that. Technical may get destroyed here. Almost. No, it gets taken out. But hey, that's not too bad. I'll settle for a power plant. Like...
It's like a consolation prize.
1 barracks, 2 barracks, 3 barracks. I don't think it's barrackses.
Oh, yeah, no, it isn't. No.
No.
Yeah, no, I made a mistake, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I'd said that. It's not a bad idea to have all the barracks scissors, because the capture upgrade takes a while to research, and you do want to be pumping out missile defenders during that time, and you are going to be floating if you only have the war factory and the barracks, and you have 2 supplies, so it's not a bad idea, plus you can just create more missile defenders, which is always going to be nice, and
yeah.
it's going to be V's versus Technicals from the looks of things. Base racing the hell out of each other. I'm not sure. I think they just have RPGs in them. They're probably going to go on a bit of a dozer hunt.
Yeah. Here at the General Gentlemen, we are all about grammar. A lot of RPGs. Wow, that's about 10 of them. We'll destroy
not expecting
them.
That.
Yeah, not exactly what Noob's Fight had in mind, and may even lose his War Factory.
Oh, he is. The Humvee's actually going to be coming in. They're hoping for the...
Nope.
Oh, nope. Not a good idea. There are things that the General Gentlemen do not recommend. Humvee's walking into that many RPGs is definitely one of them. That's so much production. It was from all the tunnel networks as well. I think there's like 3 tunnel networks and just spammed out all of the RPGs.
Yeah, the Humvees are being thrown away. Yeah. Technical gunning down all of these Rangers, but Rangers being significantly stronger.
I was going to keep them alive as well. That's nice unit preservation from Einstein.
Definitely.
Very cost efficient, and he took out the War Factory. That's going to really slow down the production of those Rock Vs. That's the really nice thing. There's something that's cool about 0 Hour. It's just when you destroy buildings, Rangers come out, so you can't just automatically take them with like rocket troops anymore, because now there's like a heap of Rangers there, giving free units and stuff, which is fun. I mean, you don't want to lose your War Factory, but it still can be quite good. Oil.
Unless you're trying to cheese Rage in a 2v1.
Unless you're trying to cheese Rage in a 2v1, in which case, what you do is you force fire down your command center, and then if you're Archon Hawk, you proceed to... Oh my shit, my dozer was repairing it this entire time. No!
Or then I sell it.
And then the cheese doesn't work and Rage still 2v1s you. So
with 50 quads.
Watch out 2v1s with Rage. They're friggin' awesome. They were good fun.
This Technical, though, is exactly where he wants to be, and we'll get the Veterancy quad. Actually, 1v3ing pretty hardcore here, but it can't exactly 1v 50,000.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
I think I was closer than what you were.
Yeah, probably.
Going for
the cam is real.
Going for a strat center. Yeah, this Technical must be playing Call of Duty Black Ops because he's camping.
Oh, God.
Is he going to call in his Predator missile as well?
I think he almost has an attack chopper at this point. Like, I don't know what level he's at. He's going to 1v1 the Humvee.
Yeah.
Wow.
He must have Juggernaut.
He must have attack choppers or something.
And here comes everyone's favorite unit. The Toxin Tractor can contaminate the ground in front of the barracks and actually destroying the Humvee.
Yeah, with the help of the RPGs, to be fair. Now, if that Toxin Tractor actually goes after the infantry and like contaminates now, that'd be great. He's probably going to lose this dozer. That's a big deal. Oh, that dozer goes down. Yeah,
Strat Center couldn't quite finish more than your average amount of laser locks. Humvee will finally get away from the big, bad, scary Toxin Tractor, but bear in mind, Ambos don't repair vehicles in Shockwave, so Humvees are harder to play for that reason.
Yeah.
Oh, Crusader Tank, though, is going to be ideal against the Toxin Tractor. Missile Defenders not exactly going where they want to. They walked into like a Claymore or something for the Call of Duty analogy.
Fans out there. A lot of demo traps out here from Einstein. I really do like that because it stops the aggressive Rock V play. The Crusader transition here from Noob's Fight might work. I mean, we don't really know what's coming out from Einstein at this point. He's got a lot of stuff in his tunnels, I think.
No one has the middle supplies either, not even the All Derricks, which is a bit of a surprise. Noob's Fight does. So actually, the All Derricks may make up for the fact that Noob's Fight has been losing a lot of his units. Demo traps, a good idea. Will force some spy drones. Hopefully, we do see those come out. And it's a good unit meter. You want to have the Crusaders at the front, like soaking up the damage, whilst the Rock V's kite around and actually do their high DPS, but should repair those with a repair drone or drive into the factory. Toxin Tractor, clearing out the garrisons.
Standard stuff. Yeah, definitely is nice to have the Crusaders, because otherwise you just have to be constantly microing the Rock V's. Whereas now you can move the Crusaders in the front, you can actually just win all-out versus all-out engagements if you have a nice concave. Kind of changes up how it works. Toxin Tractor will easily get taken out with the Crusaders. That's some nice turret rotation.
The IS-2s are jealous.
The IS-2s are super jealous there. Scorpions, with those rocket upgrades, going to be moving in as well.
Oh, no.
Pretty standard game.
Yeah, we do have a telemine here.
Not too much Shockwavey stuff. Not too much Shockwavey stuff here.
Did you miss my pun?
I got you.
I said we've got a telemine right here, and it will blow up both of those Crusaders. Probably not necessary, given there was a row of Scorpions. There come the Humvees, going a little bit too deep, but will kite away. Nice control. But didn't really snipe anything, and those spy drones will repair. So he's going to have to be very cautious with those. Getting the Toxin Tractor going in way too deep. The Scorpion rockets will burst. No, he's losing all of these rockets, or perhaps not all of them.
You got very lucky you didn't lose that one. You might even lose it going back in. No, the repair drone's going to be enough to keep it alive.
See, that's one thing that the Crusaders and Paladins especially are really good at, is just soaking up those Scorpion rockets. Paladins are even better because of their point laser defense will soak one up, but even just Crusaders taking through the health, because now the Scorpions will actually burst. They will burst them down and not quite evacing in time.
And this is Cliff's Tournament Desert, so the Rockies might actually get caught on the side here. Yeah, evacs do start to come out, but it's probably not going to be enough. The Scorpions just cut away. They're going to take out the V pretty damn easily. The push has been stopped here from Noob's fight. Einstein did cap his oil derrick. It's going to be nice. So oil derrick for oil derrick. Supplies... Oh no, he didn't. He still didn't cap it. I thought he did. Wow. I thought I saw the red icon there, but it was actually just a tunnel network that was really close to it. Really should cap that. I mean, he's got a barracks, doesn't he? Yeah, he must do. Still got his barracks.
Yeah, it has a lot more tunnels and even stingers as well, so it's going to be hard to push through. And here come the Humvees, even more of them. But no Crusaders and no Avengers. He can't engage the Stinger site, not with Humvee. Stingers have been buffed in Shockwave. They are very powerful.
No, that's brute force his way through. That's not a good idea.
You can't brute force with Rockvies. They are not at all in unit. He's going to lose all of these and throw them away for what? He didn't even take out the Stinger site, not evacing his Humvees either. What is he doing going back into the engage? He didn't even go for the oil derrick, for example. He's just losing so many of his units, and all of a sudden Einstein has pretty much a full army on top of Noob's fight. Paladins now are going to be excellent.
Paladins are good.
But if the Paladins were there, they would have soaked up the Scorpion rockets and the Stinger site.
Yeah, with the Paladins, you probably could have. Oh, he's going to lose the other rockets as well. That's unfortunate. Oh!
Nope.
Nah, he doesn't. Army from the side there. Definitely, yeah, you need the Paladins mix in with the Vs. You really can't just brute force your way through a Stinger site like that.
Not without ambos.
Rockies are designed, yeah.
You can't really hit and run that well. There's the Paladin. Excellent work. Will be pretty cost effective against the Scorpion. So it may just come down to the micro, really, of the hit and run. This is kind of like a CCG-esque now. We have Paladins, Humvees, Scorpions.
Yeah.
Quads are going to be a lot better than in CCG, and there's a lot more options once you do tech up. It looks as though Einstein is looking to secure the middle supplies, a good move. And here come the infantry as well. A lot of missile defenders. I think at this stage, like, I think Rockvies aren't really worth. Like, the missile defenders and rangers on the ground would be very, very important.
Flashbangs are out as well. They're going to start to fly away into the buildings, which is nice. The Paladins are definitely fantastic against the missiles coming out here from the Scorpions. Will they be disabled? Yes, they will. Paladins decide to take down everything.
Yeah, especially with the missile defenders in the back lines, giving him a lot more damage. A really nice unit mix here. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed thus far. Maybe even Tomahawks would complement for the long-range siege. And do we have a palace thus far from Einstein? That's it there, a little bit late.
Yeah, coming up soon. Might be a little bit too late, though.
Yeah.
Paladins are just going to completely negate all these rockets.
Unless there's a lot of RPGs.
It is a lot.
But he's just sort of focusing on the Scorpions. And it's good to mix in RPGs in the same sense that it is to mix in buggies, because then the Scorpion rockets don't always get zapped. And those Scorpion rockets you want to hit because they're a lot more powerful than regular RPG shells. Flashbangs actually having proper effects. Looks nice. Looks beautiful. Third supply at a very, very bad timing. Won't quite pay off. Not just yet. And a nice constant production from Noob's fight.
The macro's good.
Not exactly waypointing it, but still, the fact that he's constantly producing while still microing his units is very, very nice to see. Einstein, pretty good macro as well, rather. The demo traps have been revealed, but yeah, detonating it here. So the pressure is on, and really, I think Einstein should get that oil derrick. It's just hanging there, waiting to be capped.
Chilling off to the side there. More of the zaps coming out here. The Scorpions just have no DPS whatsoever. Not really sure why Einstein has so many of them. Against these Paladins, you need that Palace tech, and the Palace tech is going to be too late at this point.
Yeah, you really need the Jarman for the missile defenders, and he will have it, but it's going to be a bit late.
Yeah.
He may start to lose his arms dealer. I think if Einstein can hold on to his arms dealer, he should be fine.
That's all he needs to do. He's got two of them as well, I think.
He's actually getting a fair bit of Scorpions, though. Yeah. He's getting a fair bit, actually. Maybe able to deal with this. Might be enough.
If he runs in like right now and they're focusing down the arms dealer, it might be enough.
Yeah, but there's so many missile defenders still.
They can't do it.
And there's a lot of veterans here as well. Up here on the ground, they are going to be nice, but not by themselves. And with that many flashbangs, such a nice unit mix from Noob's fight.
It's working so well. He can deal with everything with this.
Yeah, apart from a Jarman.
Yeah, apart from a Jarman, but of course the Jarman's not out yet. So for the moment,
but here we go. Well, it's been up. Tunnel is actually gunning down the missile defenders.
It's killing all of them.
Going in a little bit too deep, but it doesn't even matter because there's a sheer firepower. And look at the production.
This is like round number 2 for Noob's fight.
Yeah, he's playing this one beautifully.
He just can't keep up with it.
Yeah, and with that many Paladins, again, the Jarman will be a bit of a problem. Buggies, you got to be careful because of the point laser defense will zap through. Toxin Tractor probably not going to be able to. Another arms dealer there, though, so he still isn't out of production.
Oh, he's going to run through the Toxin. No, stops them. Stopping.
Do we even have a strat center? I don't think we do.
I think we have a strat center. I think all we have is more supplies, and I'm just going to build some more. Look at this. The blob is moving. Woo. The blob is moving. Success. They all have Hellfire drones as well. For when you're floating, get some Hellfire drones.
Yeah, so okay. this is without Search and Destroy.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. You can absolutely destroy Einstein's everything, essentially.
And
oh, Jarman's out. I saw the Jarman start.
Yeah!
Jarman!
He will get one of... Oh, no, the Paladins are zapping down the workers. Point laser defense, I think it has more range. It was always a very short range in 0 hour. Wow, and that Vet 3 caused the GG.
Yeah,
Einstein, it was also floating because he couldn't spend because he lost his arms dealer. So I think really just an early at Palace.
Early at Palace was that it. Yeah,
and
that's it.
More RPGs, like if he had like Scorpions and Tech RPGs. Because like you can't really spam RPGs because they're too slow. But like if the RPGs are in technicals and you're very mobile, Scorpions and technicals, then it really just forces the engagement. Yeah. So a lot of it comes down to like micro as well as just production. Like Paladin RPG Pathfinder Rangers versus like Scorpion technical RPG. It's a similar sort of comp, but yeah, well played Noobs Fight. I love that comp. That was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that comp really pulled off. It's very CCG. It's not really using that many paladins and stuff like that. Not just spamming out rock things. It was more. Yeah, it was fun. Definitely, it's a really nice comp, but you really do need Palace Tech to be able to deal with it efficiently.
And once the Jarman come out, it would have just sniped down all of the RPGs, so then the Scorpions would have had a lot more free reign. So, I don't know, maybe Comanches? But anyway, cool. That's a little bit of a taste of Shockwave. Be sure to send us your replays if you have any, because it is kind of cool casting it. And if you want to play, Gameranger is the place to go. So that'll wrap this up with the Generals Gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hi, Joe.